Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers. Gotta bear with me. It's early in the morning. I can't sleep, yet I'm tired and exhausted. One, kind of beat, but you've always been on my mind. And I find it kind of appropriate for me to share with you, with everybody that hears my voice. You know, I would like for the world to know that here in America, I don't care if you're black or white, whether you're oppressed or slave, we have been taught about God. Truth of the matter is, some of the interpretations for some of the scriptures have been made to fit whatever cause we find ourselves in. And so we kind of disagree with what God is all about, except one thing. We all agree that God is love. We all agree that God is wonderful, that God is absolutely fantastic. In fact, we believe that God wants the best for us here while on this earth, or whether we're someplace else, in a heaven, some distant place. It's all about that wonderfulness of God. And in my circle, we all sought after trying to be as close to God as we possibly can. And they use Jesus as an example. And so we here on this earth strive to do just that. Whether we are aggressors, we think that we're doing just that, or whether we are just defenders, we think that we're doing just that. And in that, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering, which if we were really conscientious about the truth, we would recognize that even what we think or what our opposers think, we must both be wrong because the pain and suffering still exists. And so maybe we should think about some changes. I asked the people who were supporting Donald Trump that was in Washington at the national capitol, the ones that they call an insurrection, where you had American citizens climbing all across the buildings, on the walls of getting to the building and breaking windows. I mean, acting just like they say niggas act, acting just like they say crooks and low down, dirty, evil people act. Now, this is the way they were acting. But most of them and many of them thought they were doing exactly what was supposed to be done. I ask all of those who participated in that and those who really support that type of activity, who support a change in the American society according to the way it has been portrayed by those who have stood up and by Donald Trump. I ask how many of you, in your understanding of God and love, would agree that all people, in order to survive, need certain, I mean, absolutely need certain things. Well, and one of those being food. Now, I think every last one of you out there with Donald Trump believe that everybody should have some food. And we should ask ourselves, if everybody should have some food, then maybe everybody should play a part in producing what they need. Maybe they should play a part. You want some food? Play a part in it. The bread is not just coming to you. You can do whatever, but the bread is coming to you. No, play a part in the production of the food. I think everybody would believe that if you played a part in making something, then you got to get something out of it. So, if we put that all across the board, food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, what that basically means is that the way to do this is everybody got to play a part in the process. And it's set up when you start thinking about playing a part in what is the best way for any of us and each of us. And that's for us to have a job. And what is the best kind of job to have? A job that gives you your greatest joy. And it is no longer a job, it is a career. And that means it gives you just exactly what you need. Now, what is your job does not matter. Every job plays a part in life. Every job plays a part in life in such a way that you could have either peace or its opposite. But with the God that we've been taught about love, about peace, it allows us to just be free in being who we are in that career. I'm sure every person that supports Donald Trump wants that freedom of having a career of their own choosing that gives them their greatest reward, that allows them to have everything in life they ever want. Everybody over there on Donald Trump's side would love to have a job that allows them to have joy, and in by engaging in this process can have anything that they want. That's what billionaires do. That's what millionaires do. That's what dreamers do. But this is real for each of us. Now, wouldn't it be nice if you knew that the only way you could do that is by making sure that nothing you do would eliminate or engage in the process of causing somebody else to be denied that. In fact, the only way you can get that is when it's happening for everyone. That's the divine way. That is the divine way. Now, many of you say, well, there are people who are getting that now. But no, they are not, ladies and gentlemen. There's an expression that goes, no justice, no peace. That's not just talking on the physical. That's talking on the spiritual as well. You can have all of that money to buy all those other things, but you're craving, scared inside because your conscience is whipping you. You know you don't deserve because the profit that you have, that prosperity that you have is written on the back of somebody that does not. And inside is causing turmoil, and you are thinking that somebody is going to get you, going to get even with you. And that's why you keep standing up trying to start a fight, trying to literally have a physical fight, thinking that will destroy your problem. But it doesn't, because as long as you maintain that advantage over others, that means that it is truly an advantage, and it is not of the God of love. Because if your God says that out of the whole human population, some of you can actually be filthy rich. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about you can do what in life you want. And another portion of the population can only do some things, but want to do everything, just like everybody else. But they've been denied it. Not through their own, except that there's another force that prevents it. And it's not God. You know it's not God because there's pain and there's suffering. So I challenge you, everybody this morning, to catch me up early like this, tired as I can be still, but can't go to sleep because they say that what happened last week at the national capital is going to be happening in every state capital. Pain and suffering is going to be ditched out by those who love the country. Pain and suffering are going to be ditched out to those who represent God by shooting and bombing and making people listen to their lies. These are the ones that wants to rule. And we have to show them love by not allowing them to, but making sure that the pain and suffering that you are getting rid of will not go to them, but the same beautiful, wonderful life that you're getting ready to create. It's not just for you, but for everyone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Just a thought.